The movie Queen and Slim chronicles the lives of characters of the same name. While on a forgettable first date together in Ohio, a black man and a black woman are pulled over for a minor traffic violation.
Now, Simpio, the situation escalates with sudden and tragic results when the man kills the police officer in self-defense. Now, the terrified pair seeks to run off, and they remain on the run. The main characters in the movie are played by Kaluuya and Jodie Smith. Our producer Musa Mkaliphi caught up with Daniel early in the week while he was here to promote the movie.
Welcome to South Africa and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming. So, we need to take it back. When you started as a young boy in theatre, did you ever imagine that your career would be at the level that it is at right now?
No, I did not. I didn't imagine anything. I just fell in love with something. It fed me, and I just wanted to keep doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and also, like, by the time when I got into it, I don't think the films that are being made now were happening in the same way. You know what I mean? So it's we're in a very new space. There was still a lot of black movie stars. There was the Whoopi Goldbergs, there was the Eddie Murphys, there was the Morgan Freemans, the Denzel Washingtons. There were a lot, but I don't know. We're in a newer space. It just doesn't. They feel like icons. So it's very strange that I'm in movies that take me to Johannesburg.
All right. Well, speaking of that, you're in the country promoting your new movie, Queen and Slim. Maybe let's talk about what drew you to the role of Slim and why you felt like you wanted to be a part of this movie.
It just really spoke to me. I thought the script was very fresh. I read the first draft, and you don't read first drafts that great. You just don't. You don't read scripts that great. And then the people that were involved, like Lena, I was a big fan of Lena, and then the fact that Melina was kind of circling it, and then she jumped on board, and then like I'm a fan of her, like from Losing You to Insecure. So it was that kind of like, it was like a no-brainer for me. Yeah, it just felt like it was like a universe of reasons why I felt that I just have to be a part of this somewhere.
So now Slim's role is pretty deep and emotional. How easy or maybe how hard was it for you to tackle or tap into that role rather?
It's difficult just in terms of just general darkness.
Yeah.
Essentially depressed for 90% of the film, and trying to find joy in that. Is something that a lot of black people have to navigate. You know what I mean? If they accept the truth of their condition at times, to still want to fall in love, to still want to dance, to still want to say jokes, takes a lot of character and a lot of strength. So it's just trying to find a nuance in a very tough space when there's a lot of tough self-talk happening with him, especially with his Christian guilt.
Now, the movie tackles a lot of issues that, black Americans go through, specifically police brutality. What do you think is the message behind this movie? What are you hoping people maybe take away from the movie as well?
I try not to tell an audience what to take away. I just hope they want to take it away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And if they take it away, because I think the best art reveals yourself. I want them to reveal themselves and look at themselves and look at their feelings and their attitudes, and kind of like, it's our job to kind of get out of the way. Our job's done. We had it for a certain amount of time, from like the script to the edit and marketing, and then now it's the people's. And if they want to take it away in any way, shape or form, it's a blessing that they connected to it.
So you worked with Melina and Lena on the movie. Take us through maybe that working relationship. How was that process for you? The preparation, the shooting of the movie. How was that working environment for you?
It was great, man. It was, they challenge your thinking, which is all, they challenge your thinking, and I always love getting in those spaces where I'm of the belief strong opinions loosely held, and they keep probing you just by them existing and them navigating the world, probe you into thinking, actually maybe the way I was thought about things isn't the way, it's just a way. and so it's always important to be around people that help you grow and push you, and they just make great work and are passionate about the stuff they say and the stuff they show and the images they align themselves with.
You've spoken about how hard it is in the UK and also Hollywood to get roles, especially as a black actor. What do you think? Do you think there has been some sort of development in that regard, or do you think there's still so much more that needs to be done?
I think there's great stuff happening. It's still, in comparison to the white counterparts, there's a huge gulf. But I just feel that, like, what I think our generation is probably fighting for is the freedom to just create. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And be able to make stuff without a narrative put upon us that's not from us. Mm-hmm. I think that's the toughest thing. I'm not sure about, all I know is that I feel very blessed over the past 5 years. I've done work that I believed in. I've done work that I want to watch. I want to watch Queen and Slim. Mm-hmm. When I read that script, I thought, I want to watch that. And then I heard Melina was directing. It goes, I would watch, I can't swear, I would watch, I don't know what swear words there are in Africa. So I would watch the bejesus out of this film. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's all I can focus on. And then thankfully we're in a space where now that gets funding, like hard-hitting, provocative work and perspectives are being championed mm-hmm. and given a push. And I think there's progression in that space. Mm-hmm. But it's hard for me to speak about general black progression because I just don't have the stats. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And say how it was before. But I know that there's more filmmakers that are saying their truth.
Now, you spoke about the past 5 years. You've been in movies such as Black Panther, Get Out Widows. But what would you say, or which one would you say was like your breakout role? Which movie was like, yeah, you know what, I've made it? Which one was it?
None of them. Because I haven't made it.
Yeah.
No, I ain't made it yet.
What do you think you need to reach that pinnacle point?
Death. Your life is the art piece.
Yeah.
Your life is the art piece. If I think I've made it, then I'll stop creating. That's a very stagnant place to be in. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to grow, trying to figure it out. Probably people would say get out. Mm-hmm. But it's, I did that when I was like 26. So I'm like, how can it be you say 26 and you made it? That's, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think just keep growing, keep being fearless, keep creating, and then we'll see where this road takes me.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your stay in South Africa.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.